How's everybody doing today? I know everyone's doing well. I'm excited to be able to present this message to you. Faith without work is dead. Our subtopic today is goal setting. Let's get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way. Remember, you can always support us at Dr. Fryson using Cash App, Facebook, Square, PayPal, Instagram. You can go to our website, www.tsfcenter.com. You're watching this on YouTube, click the subscribe button and you can be notified when our newest message arrives. We truly appreciate your support for this nonprofit spiritual teaching center. I'm your speaker, Dr. Fryson. I'm president of Dr. Fryson Spiritual Wellness Center, Incorporated. Many of you know by now, I'm an ordained holistic whole medicine healing minister, certified spiritual guide, certified natural health practitioner, certified nutrition practitioner, certified holistic health practitioner, Reiki master, all those different things. I use everything that I have learned over the years in order to teach restoration principles for the spirit, mind, and body. Everything that we do should be restoring us to the natural laws within the universe. So let's get on into this today. Let's get into our topic. Faith without work is dead. The first part, goal setting. I've often been told, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that. We all have things that we want to achieve. The question is, what do we really want to achieve and why do we want to achieve it? The reality is that everyone has things and desires that have been placed inside of them from birth. The universe always works to allow you to manifest those desires. That's the goal. Because in the end, each one of us is a representation of the universe and everything that it has to offer the world. We sometimes get a little bit tripped up because we live in this 3D world of chaos. With all of this chaos, our natural selves get lost and we forget the things that we know to be true. We forget that we are part of the great divine. We forget that we are capable of greatness in achieving all of these things that are placed down within us. So, what we have to do is learn how to clear the chaos. And once we clear that chaos, we begin to notice that the dreams, those goals, those desires, the little inklings, the things inside of us that we've been hoping for, they become a reality. But we got to clear the chaos, right? That's another topic. Everybody's going to learn how to clear the chaos. But once we clear the chaos, then we have to start working on those things, those goals, those desires, so that we can become a true representation of the divine spirit. So to that end, I will show you how to clear the chaos. And there's going to be several steps we go through for clearing the chaos. And then we're going to be going through how to create goals. And then there's another lesson on how to manifest, how to act on these goals and manifestations, and where to go once you actually achieve the goal. But today we're going to stick with our topic, goal setting. The beginning parts of it is, what is goal setting? First thing, what is a goal? A goal is something that you would like to achieve. You would like to accomplish something. And now we got to be clear about this. The goal is something that's deep within you, a true desire. It is not something that your parents set up for you, that your friends set up for you, that your coworkers set up for you. The goal comes from within you. And what you have to do is when you recognize that there's a goal within you, is that you actually have to set that goal up to become a reality. And the way to do that is by setting the attention around the goal and actually writing it down and making it a reality. And that's what we're going to go further into. Why do you need to set goals? Living in a world of chaos, it is so incredibly hard to understand and hear and realize and conceptualize the things that are deep within us. And once you start having this feeling, this idea that there's something within you that needs to come out, that needs to be achieved, then you've got to set those goals down so that they can go from being in the 3D and move into the 5D. And what you want to do is connect the 5D and the 3D together, right? Because right now these goals are in you and these goals have been put in you at the 5D level. They're buried deep, but you're not seeing them manifest into reality, which is your 3D world. And we had to get those things to come into reality. Now, everybody asks this question. I've been asked this: how do I set goals? How do I make a goal? How do I know what to do to make this become a reality? Well, that's what we're going to do today. I hope you're excited about it. I'm excited about it. Okay, let's discuss a few different types of goals so that we can kind of separate things out here. Now, when we work together one-on-one, I like to have you make goals for each of these different categories. There's 4 categories that I kind of deal with. There's the spiritual category, and that involves your meditation and your prayer life and the spiritual things that you would like to achieve, getting closer to the one in the universe, whether you call that Christ, whether you call that Allah, the ancestors, the creator, the great divine, the spiritual leader, the spiritual guide, whatever you term that entity, you may have a desire to get to know that entity better on a deeper level. So you can set spiritual goals for yourself. And those spiritual goals would include things like meditation and prayer life, to get closer to that entity. Then you might have some physical goals. You're like, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to increase my stamina. I want to recover from cancer. I want to recover from lupus. And those are goals to where you want to see a change in your physical self, which you can do that. The third thing is material. So most people say, I want $1 million, not really knowing that $1 million really isn't $1 million. But a lot of people say, I want a job, I want a house, I want a car. Those are material things. And it's not a bad thing to want material things because you need material things in order to survive in this world. You need something. Now, you might not need the Lexus, you might be okay with a Kia in order to get by, but you need the material things in order to navigate life. So that's understandable. And the universal creator doesn't have a problem with the fact that you have a desire to achieve material things. So let's just make that clear. Let's just set that out there so that people don't get caught up in the fact that, oh, is it wrong of me to make a goal to get a house? No, it's not wrong for you to make a goal to get a house. The universal creator has everything and wants to impart that to you. Okay? And then the last thing is what I call relational goals. These are goals about relationships that you have. Sometimes this is with a significant other. You want to have a better relationship with that person. Sometimes it's with your family. Maybe you want to have your mom and your sister reconnect after they've been not speaking for a long time. And sometimes it's just about your work environment. Maybe you're in a toxic work environment and you would like for things to change on that particular job. So those are kind of relationships. That's how you interact with other people. And people do make goals about that because I've worked with some people who they are specifically concerned about the workplace, right? So they're like, oh, how can I be a Christian and I go into this job and this job is so toxic? What can I do without losing my Christianity? So there's goals that you have to make in order to navigate that relationship at work. All right? Does that make sense? I hope it's making sense to you. So we're going to talk about the goal setting process, how you actually go about making goals, with the caveat that I want you to understand that goals come in stages. And I particularly have 5-year goals, 3-year goals, 1-year goals, 90 days goals, 30-day goals, and then I kind of work on those. I even have little goals for the day, right? I make a plan for the day. And that's actually how I've achieved things in my life. People are like, well, how were you able to do all of this while you was working and this and that? Well, I always make goals. I used to always say I got a 5-year plan, and then I got a 3-year plan, and then I have a 1-year plan. These are places where I want to be at a certain time. But there are some key things that I want you to know about the goal setting process. And if you notice, this is a picture, but this is a picture of something that I wrote out because when I write things out, I get a better understanding of what it is that I'm trying to convey to you. Which is why when I tell you to write goals out, I actually want you to write it down on a piece of paper. Back in the archaic days for some of the millennials out there. And I want you to actually feel the transfer of that energy from the 5D down to the 3D. When you write it out, I want you to feel that connection. But before you even get to where you write it out, you have to meditate on what it is that you desire. You have to become clear about what you believe you are trying to achieve. Because you cannot, and hear me clearly, you cannot achieve that which you do not believe. This is why I say faith without works is dead. If you believe it, you can achieve it. But if you do not believe it, you will never, ever be able to reach that goal because your mind is so powerful because you are a part of the universe that whatever you believe, you will manifest into your life. So the first thing is to meditate on what it is that you desire for your life, and it has to be realistic for you in the now if you're making a now goal. Things can change in 5 years, and you can see we've seen that. And you can definitely make a 5-year goal that's a little bit more lofty than your here and now goal. And when I say that, I mean if you tell me you want to get a job earning $1 million by Friday, and today is Thursday at 3:59, and you haven't even applied for any jobs, that's outside the realm of what is reality for you at this point. Is it possible? Of course it's possible. It's always possible. The universe can send someone to you and just bam, they walk and knock on your door and offer you a job. That can happen. I get offered jobs all the time at home, not even requesting a job. I just always have the goal in mind that the universe is going to take care of me and provide my needs. And so I'm always getting opportunities. They're coming to me all the time because I have that belief that what it is that I need, whether it's to pay rent or pay mortgage or buy a house or travel or buy a car, whatever I need to achieve that goal, I understand the universe has promised to give it to me. So I live in that abundance of getting job offers constantly, 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 to where I have to turn them down. You can get there. But first, you got to meditate on what you desire. The second thing is you have to write the goal. That's the physical connection, bringing the 5D and the 3D together, bringing that goal to life. And the third thing that you have to do is to act on the goal. We're not going to go into that in details today, but stay tuned. That message is coming up because we're part of a series, Faith Without Work is Dead. And as part of that series, we're going to break it down into what you have to do in order for your faith and your work to join together and allow these dreams and realities that you have within you to be seen and manifested in the 3D realm. Because I know some of you may have dreamt in your mind that you had a big, beautiful home and you saw yourself living in that big, beautiful home, but you can't see it when you wake up from the dream. And what we have to do is to get there, get to that point of where you can see what it is that you dream about. Your subconscious is the dreamland, and the dreamland is trying to tell you what it is that you can achieve in the actual 3D. So with acting on that goal, you make daily steps towards the goal. Now, my question to you is, what do you believe? Do you believe that the universe offered you greatness from birth? Do you believe that you are a representation of the universe and therefore whatever is out there you can have and achieve? Or do you believe that it's all a waste of time? It's up to you. What do you believe? I believe that each and every one of you are capable of achieving greatness because I believe that you are part of the cosmic collective of great individuals who have together come to this earth to make a difference in the earth and to make it a better earth and to express our universal creator and all the goodness that the universal creator offers. So you can do this. You can make goals, set goals, reach goals. And as you reach goals, your faith actually will increase. Okay? So as long as you believe me a little bit today, you'll achieve some goals and you'll start believing more and more and more. It's a beautiful cycle. I love it. So let me show you a few goals, right? This is what people tell me when I talk to people. They're like, Dr. Fryson, oh, I want to finish school. Oh, Dr. Fryson, I want to be successful. I want to buy a car. I want to lose weight. And let me tell you, you can do all of those things and you can do them wrong, meaning that you don't get the desired outcome. So you can finish school by stop going and not have a degree. So you're done with school, but you don't have a degree. It's all about the words that you use to associate with that goal. Finishing school means a lot of things. And whatever you write and whatever you believe, the universe is going to give you. So you have to make it plain. You have to make it to where there's no doubt as to what you are trying to achieve. Losing weight. Oh, I love this losing weight one. Oh, I get this. I love this. Hey, I understand. I've had the losing weight one to lose weight and all this kind of stuff. And people say, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds. And I say, hey, you've lost 10 pounds over and over again. You go on a diet, you lose 10 pounds, you gain it back, you lose 10 pounds, you gain it back. You've lost 10 pounds. The goal was achieved. So you can't say you didn't achieve the goal. Did you make the right goal? The reason that these goals fail is because they are not specific. You are talking to the creator, of the entire universe that lives within you, that you are connected at a cellular level to the creator of the universe, and you say, I want to buy a car. And then you get a Pinto. They don't even make Pintos, or maybe they're bringing them back. It might be a thing right now. So you have to be specific, right? And the specific goal and the specific thing that you write has to match what you're seeing at this moment in your life. Now, for those of you who know, I have a book out of self-care journal that includes gratitude pages so that you can become more grateful. And when you become more grateful, you achieve more things in your life that cause you to be grateful. Wonderful cycle. It's beautiful the way it works. So simplistic. Same thing with writing the goals. You write the goals. I have a little book that I created like in 2015 about writing goals. You create the goal, and when you see the goals start to come to pass, you create more goals, and you see them start to come to pass, you create more goals, and then you believe in the process of creating goals and actually achieving them. And then you're just this like fool for goal making and achieving them. It's like phenomenal. And people are like, how do you always get what you want? Because you have tapped into the universal source and you are aligned with it and you are using the principles that actually work in changing your life to where it is a reflection of the universal creator. Are you with me? I know you're with me right now. I know you're with me. So let's talk about parts of a goal. The goal consists of what you desire to achieve, when you want to achieve it, and how will you know if you have achieved it? Those are the three main things that happen in a goal or parts of a goal, because that's what everyone wants to know. What do I want? When do I want it? And how will I know that I've gotten it? Right? So let's write a goal. Okay, we're going to start with this premise. The goal is to get a job, right? Our goal is to get a job. That's a sad goal, right? That's a sad goal because you can get a job and the job doesn't help you the way you need it to help you, right? Your goal is to go on a mission trip. Sad goal. You can go on a mission trip and then you don't accomplish the things that you need to accomplish on a mission trip. So, what is the process for actually writing a goal? You got to answer a few questions. The few questions are the 5 W's: the who, what, when, where, and why. You got to answer those for each goal that you write. You can't answer for one and then stop. Because the universe, just think of the universe like the 5-year-old kid who was carefree. When you told Johnny to go outside and play in the front yard, you didn't tell Johnny to go outside and play in the backyard because Johnny would do what you told Johnny to do because Johnny was 5. The universe is like, I'm going to answer according to what you ask for. So you have to learn how to ask in specifics. So you answer the questions. Who? When you're writing your goal, the question is who. In this case, you want to get a job. So you are the answer to that question, right? If you are a spouse of someone writing a goal for that person, the goal would be my husband, my wife, my significant other, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my live in, my love bone, whatever you call them. Because guess what? You can write goals for the people in your circle too, right? The thing about writing goals for the people in your circle is the goals are only really relevant as to your role in that goal. We'll get to that at a different time. The next thing is what? In this case, you want to attain the job, right? When? And we're doing this in November, so let's just say you want to do this by November 30th of 2021. Now, pay attention. The win can't be, or it can be whatever, but if you want to see results, the win cannot be November, because November could be 2022, 2023, 2033. The win cannot be Friday. Same thing. Friday, there's so many Fridays. There's hundreds of thousands of Fridays in your life. The goal cannot be loosey-goosey. The goal has to be specific in November 30th, 2021, right? And the why. The why is so important because there's some principles in life to where if you're trying to do something that causes harm to other people, that's not really in line with returning to our natural self of living and loving and caring as a collective unit. So your why has to be authentic. It has to be something totally related to you. If you're trying to get a job because you are 15 years old and you just need money for the prom, that's your why. If you're trying to get a job because you are trying to move out from your parents and you need to be able to support yourself, that's your why. Those whys do not harm other people. They actually enhance other people. You're going to be an asset to the company that you work for. You're going to be a good co-worker to people. They're looking for you. They need you working with them. See, that's the energy you bring to the job. You are the person that brings life to the job, right? Now, if you're trying to get a goal of getting a job so that you can go out and buy X amount of cocaine, you can do that, but there's some other consequences that come with it. So let's just keep our who, what, when, and whys wholesome and authentic and real, right? Because the universe wants to answer, and the universe wants to answer now. The universe doesn't want to answer later because the universe wants you to know, hey, I'm here. We're connected. We're one. This is what you do, and I'm going to work with you. Okay? So you answer the questions, and when you answer the questions, you come up with a goal. So your first goal becomes, in order to support myself, I would like to obtain a job before November 30th, 2021. Do you believe that's a good goal? Looks like something you can work with? Ah, that looks kind of decent. You can do something with that. But here's the difference. Within that first goal, there are some things like I would like to obtain. Would is suggesting I may or may not. I will or will not. So we're going to change that would. We're going to remove the would, and we're going to replace that with will, right? That makes the job a little bit more in my future, a little bit closer to being achieved because I now willed it. I willed it into action, into reality, into my atmosphere. But I'm going to go a step further because getting a job might not allow you to be able to support yourself because you need a job to make a certain amount of money if wherever you're living, it costs a certain amount of money in order to support yourself. Therefore, we're going to change that goal up. And we're going to say, in order to support myself, I will obtain a job that pays me $1,000 a week prior to November 30th, 2021, right? Because we want to get this job before November 30th, and we need for it to pay us $1,000 a week. Now, again, if you're 16 years old and you're going to go work at McDonald's, you know McDonald's isn't going to pay you $1,000 a week. Tailor the goal to where you are in your life and what abilities you have, right? Now, we're going to work with the action items much, much later, but the action items teach you how to get whatever it is you need in order to obtain the goal if you're missing something that the goal requires. But where's the where? Where is the where? Right? I put this out here that I want this goal, but where's the where in all of this? Because the where is important. If you were offered a job in China, would you take it right now in the middle of a pandemic? Some people would, but some people wouldn't. So the where becomes important. So we're going to change our final basic goal to, in order to support myself, I will obtain a job in Atlanta, Georgia. I just picked Atlanta, Georgia out. It doesn't have to be Atlanta, Georgia. That pays me $1,000 a week prior to November 30th, 2021. And now you have made a goal. Does that make sense? Everybody know how to make goals now? How do you reach them? What else do you do? Those are questions for our next part of our message. So if you want to go deeper into making goals, you can join my workshop, learn how to write long-term goals, learn how to write action items for the goals, learn how to manifest goals into reality. And when I say learn how to write long-term goals, I'm talking about 1 year, 3 year, 5 years, 30 days, 90 days, or more of those short-term goals. 6 months is more what I call a medium type goal, but 6 months into 1 year. But you learn how to manifest those goals into reality. You want to learn more? Call us at 850-680-1985. Okay? Remember, if you want to support us with your donations, your tithes and offerings, we have Square, Cash App, Dr. Fryson, Instagram, Dr. Fryson, Facebook, Dr. Fryson Prep, or you can look for Dr. Fryson, PayPal, Dr. Fryson Spiritual Wellness Center. You can send us an email or go to the website, www.tsfcenter.com, and you can click on the link to donate right there on the page. All of your donations go to help us provide services to those who are not fortunate enough to be able to pay for services. We do like to help everyone. That's the goal, right? We're all one. Thank you so much for listening to the first part of the message. I like to keep them brief. I'm a little bit over. I like for them to be 30 minutes or less, so I took a little bit more time. If you have questions or comments, feel free to send me a message on my page, www.tsfcenter.com. You want to see other topics covered as we continue, you just go ahead and send a message there. Thank you. Be well. My prayer is for you to be blessed beyond measure, for you to reach all the goals that you are seeking in life, for you to be an added bonus to anyone's life, anyone you come in contact with. I want them to be like, it was such a pleasure meeting you. It was so wonderful having you in my life. And until we meet, whether it is on the internet, face to face, on the telephone, I really pray that you stay safe. Be well.